So walk us through the journey from start to finish, Thomas Cantara. When did you first find out you were going to the Chicago Marathon?
Actually, when I first found out, I got a phone call. I don't remember who it was from the office, but one of the ladies from the Special Olympic office called me as I was at my Gate City Striders Club awards night, and about the time I was receiving a plaque for being the top of my team. I got a call, and I heard that they wanted to sponsor me for Chicago, and I said I'd be very interested. That was probably back in May.
So what did you do to train for the Chicago Marathon?
Well, for my 16 weeks of training, I mostly did my tempos and long runs, intensity workouts. I run 4 days a week, and then I fit in 2 days of cross training, which was an hour in the elliptical each day. And that's what I did for the 16 weeks pretty much. I built my long runs up to 23 miles as a long run, and then last couple of weeks I went down. But that's the basic part of my training is my long runs, tempos, and intensity workouts.
All right, and when did you head out to Chicago?
I headed out on Friday in the earlier afternoon.
So this was kind of a tight time span for you. You didn't have a lot of time to do any sightseeing or checking out the city much?
Not much. Saturday was probably more my sightseeing outside of running the marathon. But yeah, I was only planning on staying 2 nights.
Now, on the Saturday before the marathon, did you have a chance to check out the marathon route at all?
I caught some of it when I was walking the streets of Chicago, but I looked at the map a few times. I was watching the video on YouTube to get an idea of how flat the course was or where there were any hills. So that's what I did to pretty much preview the course.
I remember you and I had chatted several months ago when all of this first started, and you were checking out everything online you could find out about the route. You were doing your research on this.
Pretty much, yeah. I'm really a nerd when it comes to running.
All right. So how did the course compare in real life to all of your research?
It's kind of what I expected. The course was flat as I heard. I heard it's the second flattest world major marathon behind Berlin. I figured the only hills I would run into were the bridges, which was pretty much true. Of course, being from New Hampshire, those bridge hills are nothing. So I had a feeling I was going to do fine.
Well, and you've run the Boston Marathon several times, so there was nothing even approaching Heartbreak Hill in Chicago?
Oh, no, not even close to Heartbreak Hill. I think the Heartbreak Hill, the course most likely is that final bridge before that left turn down to the finish line, which is about 200 meters, I think, once you make that turn. That's just a very slight incline. It might feel a little bit in the legs, but it was quite manageable. And
you told our friends at WMUR that towards the end, you started to have a little trouble.
The last 4 to 5 miles, I was feeling like I was starting to hit a wall because I thought I might have gone out a little too quickly in parts of the race. And I just told myself, just push through it, just finish the best I can. Don't push myself too hard. And that's where my mindset was. And that helped me power through a wall at that time. And I was able to finish with even better splits than I thought. I looked at my watch, I saved my times, and I was really shocked that even when felt like I was going slower, I was still running like late 5s, early 6s. So that shocked me.
What was your goal when you went into the marathon? When you started the marathon, where did you kind of think you were going to wind up for a time?
I was thinking just a little under 240 is a possibility. I felt confident I could pull it off. But if I wasn't feeling great, I'd probably say mid 240s. But the day was good. I felt prepared. I slept better than I did for Boston. So I had a feeling a 240 is in reach. And I didn't look at my watch a whole lot in the second half until I got to mile 20, and I saw I was still under 2 hours at the 20 mark. So I'm like, oh, I got this in the bag. So I did not expect a 2:36 time, though.
2:36:28 is your time. There was an expected group of 40,000 signing up for this. What was that like? That many people?
In the moment, I didn't it didn't feel like 40,000, although I did see it was expected to be 40,000 people because of the information I'm given about the race. But I'd say they spaced everything out pretty well going into the corrals, that it was more simpler. It made it feel like it was just you and maybe 1,000 at the time. But they organized and separated it well enough that it didn't feel like 40,000 at the time. But the fact that it was 40,000 that actually raced the full marathon, that's incredible. That's about 10,000 more that do Boston.
And in the process, it appears you have set a world record for a Special Olympics athlete in a marathon.
I had no idea I set a world record.
Well, congratulations on that.
Thanks. That's amazing. I no way did I go in the race thinking I could do that. I'm really honored that I set a record, and my goal is to still build better times off of what I did in Chicago.
So I'm assuming the Boston Marathon is what's next. Are you taking any breaks before you start training for that?
Actually, yes. I plan on starting my training in late November, early December for Boston. So until then, I'll be just like taking a week off from running, and then I'll gradually get back into running, just staying loose for training.
Special Olympics New Hampshire athlete Thomas Cantara, fresh off a 2-hour, 36-minute, and 28-second Chicago Marathon run to set a world record for a Special Olympics athlete. Congratulations on all of your success. Best of luck in the Boston Marathon. Of course, we will all be following you in 2023. And thanks for spending time chatting with us.
Thank you.